Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading Scaramouche Listener by me. So let's get into it. You've been quite sad lately, and Scaramouche was not blind to it. He saw it very clearly. You were not being your usual cheerful self. And he knew, for the most part, that one could act cheerful even without feeling that way. But the fact that you don't even have the energy to act that way says a lot about how sad you truly must be. It was not easy for him to converse with people, specifically because he had his own issues. A lot of them, that he has yet to solve and know what to do about them. But as for you, he was willing to go the extra mile and try to do things that he would never do, just to make sure you'd be okay. He would never see himself as someone who could be reassuring, or someone that people could talk to about their emotions. But he cared for you, and he was willing to listen. He was willing to do anything, so long as it meant you'd be alright. And that's why right now, he was sitting right beside you, holding your hand and squeezing it gently. Leon, darling, you can talk to me. If there's anything bothering you, I'm always willing to listen. I'm perfectly fine, Scaramouche. You're really worrying too much, you said, looking away. Yet, you did not retract your hand. You let him hold it, which was a sign that he had to keep going. There was still a chance. You were still willing to listen, and this was a sign that you were not going to back away now. So instead, his palm gently encircled your cheek, turning your face around so you could look him in the eyes. Leon, do you really think you can hide anything from me? I've known you for far too long for that. And you know me as well. I'm not a fool. You can talk to me and I will listen. Or at least admit that you're not feeling well. But for you to act like nothing's wrong, that's truly insulting. For both me and you and what we have. He paused, looking at him. He was speaking with such conviction, such strength and bravery, that maybe a year or two ago, you would have never imagined would come from him. Not that he wasn't brave, but he was a lot more nervous when it came to relationships. You were kind of proud, to say the least, and you couldn't help a soft smile that showed up on your face. You're too kind to me, Scaramouche. Really, I don't deserve all of that. I think that's for me to decide. I do know what I think you deserve, and I'm the one doing all the effort. You don't get to decide that for me. But I do get to decide my self-worth. And I know I'm not worth much. I know very well. He paused, looking at your eyes, and that deep sadness within them. It was far too much, far too painful, even for him. You don't have to tell me anything. But please don't talk about yourself like that. You can ask me to do something for you. Whatever it may be. I will do it. If it makes you happy, then I'll do whatever you ask. You will up, burying your face into your hands. But I don't deserve it, Scaramouche. You're too kind to me. Too kind when I don't deserve any of that. Do you know how I feel? I feel like a burden to you, like some dead weight that you're carrying around. You'd be better off without me around, and I know that. No, you don't. You don't know anything about that. You don't know how lonely I was before you. You're my world, Ryan. And I'm not just saying that. You mean the world to me. I don't know what I'd do without you. You've saved me more times than I can count. I've had my fair share of days where I thought I wasn't anything important to anyone. But then, you were around, and I'd look at you and remember just how much you loved me. So don't say that about yourself. It's too cruel. It's not right at all. You're wonderful. I love you. You're everything to me. And I truly mean it. He whispered softly, wrapping his arms around you and pulling you close, kissing your cheek gently. You're not a burden to me, Ryan. And you're not worthless. You're so brilliant and so smart. And you're kind beyond words that I can't even say it. You know I'm not good with words at all. And yet here I am. I want to try for you. I'd do anything for you. But I don't want to see you sad like that. Please. He pleaded. And it's the first time you've ever seen him so desperate for something. You couldn't help but cry as he wrapped his arms around you even tighter, pulling you close, and burying his face into your hair, as if clinging to you will keep you from fading away. Perhaps he was afraid you might just do that, if he doesn't hold on to you tight enough. Eventually, your tears exhausted you, and you collapsed against him. And that was fine, really. You didn't have to say anything. You didn't have to talk or tell him anything you didn't want to. All you had to do right now was rest, because it was what your body needed. And whatever you wanted to say would come later. That was fine too. He would listen to you, and hear you out, and do his best to dispel all doubts. For now, he just helped you lay down onto the bed, and then draped the blanket over you, caressing your hair gently as he looked over your face, the way you looked so vulnerable and peaceful in your sleep. He would do everything, just so you get to look peaceful like that, so he gets to have you like this. And he will not let you destroy yourself, no matter what. He will fight those mean thoughts in your brain no matter what. Just you wait and give him a chance.